Hi, I'm Caryl Shaw. I'm a producer at Maxis, and I've been working on Spore for a couple of years. And I'm in charge of all the online features. So I'm in charge of the in-game content sharing, the website, and all of the community features that you'll find in Spore. I think that Spore has a lot of opportunities for all sorts of types of gamers. I think there's the gameplay aspects that are going to really appeal to people who consider themselves sort of more hardcore, and they're going to be able to play it again and try different strategies. And I think there's some of the creative aspects and the community aspects that are going to be really appealing to people who are, maybe not necessarily gamers, but maybe they just really like Facebook and they really want to play games with their friends' creations and see the creativity of their friends and comment on that, make fun of them, or sort of see what their stuff has been doing in other friends' games. I think there's going to be, a different kind of appeal on different levels throughout the game. The Sporepedia has a lot of aspects to it that I really hope that people, find and discover when they're playing with it. I think creating Spore Casts is something that we're really excited about. One of the things that we found when we were working on The Sims, I worked on that product as well, was that people really got into making thematic groupings of content. Like you'd find these websites that were all about mid-century modern furniture and architecture, and people would just, sort of gather around that and like download and share stories and share how they made things. And I think in Spore, there's an even greater opportunity for that. So what we did was we created a way that you can make a playlist in Spore, so that you can go out and say, I want to create a Sporecast that is all orange and spiky things. So I want all the stuff in my game to be on orange because I love orange, and I want it all to be kind of spiky because that's the aesthetic I like. And you'll be able to find stuff from all other players and put it into this playlist, and then anyone that can subscribe to it. And then they can get that type of content in their game, all grouped thematically, so it sort of shows up and makes their world feel a little more orange and a little more spiky. I think that YouTube and social networking in general have really added a new dimension to gaming. I think that, you really find that people seeing the event log, I think, is a really powerful thing on Facebook. And when you see like, oh, my friend is, off at the airport heading to some exotic place, that's interesting to you. And I think in gaming you can do that where you get the idea of the achievements your friends have made. So if you sort of take Xbox Live achievements and the events from Facebook, you kind of get this idea of, here's my friends, here's how I want to connect with them. I don't just want to know their score and where I stand in the ratings. I kind of want to know how they're playing that game and what they're doing in their experience with it. And I think that's, pretty interesting and pretty powerful, and we built a bunch of that into Spore because, we thought it would be fun. Making Spore compared to making The Sims has been a really interesting road to walk down, because with The Sims, I worked on The Sims 2, I worked a little bit on The Sims towards the end of the classic Sims product, and I worked a little bit on the SimCity series as well. But making Spore has been an incredible challenge because of all of the different types of technology that we've built in, and then the different style of game as well. And you look at the kind of world we wanted to create, and you look at things that were, lighting in our game was a really amazing experience for us to sort of see how to light this world that had the same world when you were as a creature walking around on it as that you were going to see when you were in the space game. So that was this thing where we had to do this continuous bit. So there were all sorts of examples in Spore of it's so different than any other game because it spans all these different game levels. So it was a big challenge, but it was also just really exciting and a really fun thing to be a part of. Like, fun to see different people. Everyone on Spore gets the sense that they're allowed to participate in design discussions. So engineers, QA, everybody who has a design idea has really been able to kind of participate in the design of the game in some level, and that's been, really amazing.